Hello and welcome to One Man on Sports. My name is Jarrett and I am your host. And this is a weekly show that I will be doing just on sports and kind of just one man's opinion. Now, after a couple of test runs and some comments, I've kind of nailed down how I'm going to be doing this show. So, real quick rundown. Once a week I will be posting things. And probably through the week, if something happens during sports and I've got the time, I will also make a few other posts now and then. The initial program was trying to cram as much as I could into, say, 8 to 10 minutes worth of video, but never really got a chance to kind of just do one man's opinion or one man's thoughts on sports. So, narrowed it down. I'll pick maybe 2 or 3 things at the most. Talk about them, hopefully get some comments from your folks, see what you have to say, maybe have a question of the day at the end, and see what kind of comments or things I can generate from you. And hopefully from now until this doesn't happen anymore, we'll have some people participate. So, first thing that we're going to talk about today will be the college basketball. A few things went on. NCAA tournament. I thought it was a great tournament this year. Lots of fun. I had Louisville winning it, which they did. It was a great game last night. Two teams that really went back and forth. Lots of offense, run and gun style, with some great defense involved in there. Congratulations to Coach Pitino and Louisville Cardinals for winning the championship. Like I said, this tournament had a lot of surprises. Wichita State played really well, got into the Final Four. Probably could have won that game against Louisville. Controversial call towards the end, helped Louisville out, but that does happen. Florida Gulf Coast, the Cinderella or surprise team, did very well, and did so well now that their coach is at USC. Unfortunately, I think that's going to hurt the program a little bit. We may not really hear much from Florida Gulf Coast, but I'm hoping that's not the case. It was nice to see kind of just your run-of-the-mill college doing well against the big boys. Michigan played really well. It was great to see the Fab Five together again in Atlanta, reuniting to see their old college play in the championship. I tell you, that championship game was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Had some great shooting in the first half. 3-pointers. I think what happened with Michigan, the big man, McGrady getting in a little bit of foul trouble kind of hurt them the most. He had to spend some time on the bench. Even though Burke had 2 fouls, I wonder if it was really necessary to keep him on the bench in the first half as much as they did. I think that really hurt their momentum, Michigan's momentum. They were up 11 and gave Louisville a chance to get back into the game. It'll be interesting to see if Burke does go into the NBA. According to some statements and some interviews with his mom, they want him to stay in college one more year or more to get his degree. But the way he played, he definitely looked like possibly a top 10 lottery pick for the NBA draft this season. Like I said, great tournament. Had a lot of fun watching it, a lot of fun participating in it. This is one of the better ones I thought over the last couple of years. Some good upsets and some good quality games. Heard a few comments from like NBA analyst Jeff Van Gundy, a couple of ESPN analysts stating that the college game is not offensive-wise the way that it should be, and that it's more of a defensive game, and that it's taken away some of the abilities of the college basketball game. I didn't see that at all. I thought it was a great tournament. Obviously, your combined score is right around the 160 between the two teams. Sounds like there was plenty of offense for me to watch in that. So let me know your comments. What do you think? College basketball, too much defense, not enough offense? One second here. Also, too, the deal with Rutgers University. and Coach Rice. Obviously, the video clip did not bode well for him and the AD who resigned. My question on this is that, yeah, it was not great. It was not good to hear what he had to say on that video or do to those kids. Completely unacceptable. My big view is with Eric Murdoch, the assistant coach that was help our player personnel type person that played in the NBA. That was the assistant coach. Why did he wait so long to bring this to light? There was a situation with him. He ended up getting fired from the basketball team, and he became upset, and then he went public with this video. If you ask me, if Eric Murdoch was never fired, would this have come to light? Everyone kind of looks at him as somewhat of a hero for showing this video, bringing it to public. But my whole point is, I don't think he is. I think he is just as guilty. He let this go on. He never mentioned it until he got fired. And now he's turning around and suing the university for almost $1 million for wrongful termination. Nobody says anything about Eric Murdoch. I think he's right in there with Coach Rice as being one of the bad guys in this whole situation. If you got a problem with it from the beginning, step up and say something right away. Don't wait until you get fired. And then all of a sudden come out with this information. Eric Murdoch, I don't think you're a good guy, and to tell you the truth, I put you right up there with Coach Rice in this situation. You're just as at fault. You were there while it happened, and you didn't speak up. Also, the last thing we're going to speak about, we're going to stay in the college basketball realm, is Pac-10 or Pac-12 officiating Ed Rush. Was let go, made some comments during the Pac-12 tournament about giving cash or a trip to Cancun to tee up the coach from University of Arizona. Now, Ed Rush used to ref in the NBA, and I believe officials in the NBA and in college, it just goes to show that there's too much power going on, too much influence into the game. If you don't think that the NBA referees have influence in the game, what happens, what gets brought down from the league, I tell you, read this book right here, Personal Foul by Tim Donaghy. He was the referee that gave sporting information to friends and to the mob. He got fired. He came clean about it, did some time in federal prison. And I tell you, after reading this book, like I said, Personal Foul, Tim Donaghy, after reading this book, you're going to question everything that you knew about the NBA and the officials, what goes on, how they treat certain teams, players, who they like, who they dislike during his time as an official. Great reading. I couldn't put the book down. I completely look at the NBA different after reading this book. Again, if you're a sports fan, especially a basketball fan, get this book. Again, it's called Personal Foul. Get this book. I could not put the book down. It's a great read. If you get a chance after you read it or take a look at some of the inserts, make a comment. Let me know what you think. So, question of the day is going to be 6 games left. Los Angeles Lakers, do they make the playoffs? If they don't make the playoffs, what do you do with the team? How are you going to bring in somebody maybe new or rectify the problem between Gasol and Howard as 2 big men who don't seem to work in D'Antoni's offense? So let me know what you think. This is Jared on One Man Sports, or One Man's Thoughts on Sports. So again, thank you for watching, and hope to hear from you, and we'll see you next week.